Hello, everyone. This is Stephanie R. Bridges, writer, author, publisher, entrepreneur, founder of the Bridges Book Club. The Bridges Book Club, we're into our first year anniversary, which is super exciting. Definitely check out the Bridges Book Club. Jamila Smith and Joy Lynn are both over there. Joy Lynn M. Ross are both over there, and they are our January featured authors. Okay, I got that out. It was kind of a little round the way, but but I got it out there. Hello, everyone. I'm excited to be here. I'm feeling pretty good. Oh, I have some hot water and it's actually hot, so I can't even really drink it right now. Hi, Glenn. How are you doing? Thank you so much for joining me. Hi, Dave. What's up? I'm glad to see you here. I'm just popping on. I'm just getting started. I'm feeling pretty good today. I'm excited about that. I do notice that one thing in regards to my mood. So let me just, again, I'm Stephanie Bridges and I'm here. I'm coming every day talking about that's the story of my life and just getting the conversation started about mental illness, mental wellness, and all things in between. And I am talking from my lived experience. I'm not a doctor. I don't have any medical background. So I'm not providing any diagnosis or anything like that, or, trying to give any medical advice, just talking about things that I personally deal with and try to get better with. So today, as far as my mood is concerned, I'm feeling pretty good today. I just turned in my mind, like sometimes when you have something to do, you look at it like, a responsibility, like, oh, I got this responsibility, I got to come on, I got to do this, I got to do that. But sometimes you can turn that around and you can say, you know what, I'm gonna look at this responsibility as an opportunity. And when you do that, you feel a little bit better. So I'm just looking at this as an opportunity to come on and talk to all of you, which is amazing. So what's up, Make Moves, James Bailey and Nicole. Hello, Nicole. When I opened up, I did mention that I am the founder of the Bridges Book Club, and Nicole is one of the authors in the group. So you definitely want to check out the Bridges Book Club. You can also check us out at bridgesbookclub.com. There are lots of books on the site, lots of author profiles on the site, so you can get to know those authors each and every month on our Facebook page. And this month we have Joy Lynn M. Ross and Jamila Smith are featured authors. Now, I said I was feeling better. Another reason why I was feeling better, okay, so one was changing my mindset from saying I have something I have to do or need to do or responsibility I need to take care of to saying, okay, I have an opportunity. I have something I can do. I have an opportunity to do something, or just even being appreciative that it's something that you can do. Even if it's driving someone around or taking someone somewhere or going to work or whatever it is, you can do it. So that is just a blessing because there's so many people who aren't in the position to do those things. So sometimes, I just have to tell my mind, you need to get excited about, driving your children around or, running errands or doing different things like that. I don't know how much this has to do with mental illness. I'm an introvert as well. So I do enjoy being by myself. It's not like I sit alone and I'm like, oh, I'm so lonely. I mean, I don't really feel like that. Now, there are advantages, to being around people at different times. But just in terms of just being around people, I'm perfectly fine with being alone. So one of the things in my mind is I always look forward, or I should say I used to always look forward to the time that I don't have anything left to do in the day. Whereas some people look forward to what it is they have to do. So like today I went to a great brunch and my cousin was singing and that was amazing. Lots of family was there. My cousin is Jennifer Price. Definitely follow her. She has a beautiful, beautiful voice. So most people look forward to, going to a brunch, going to an outing, going to meet up with friends. I always look forward to the time when everything I have to do is done. So I knew I was going to the brunch, and then I knew it was my daughter's birthday today. So I knew I was taking her somewhere, and then I knew my son wanted to go somewhere. And so like now, and then I knew I had to do this, and then I know I have to go pick up my son after I do this. So my mind takes me to the time after I've picked up my son and I'm back home. That's what my mind looks forward to. But I try to change my mindset and say, no, look forward to the actual events, look forward to going, look forward to experiencing that time with with family and around people and enjoying good music. So a lot of it is changing your mindset. I'm going to show you a book tomorrow. I promise. I'm going to show you a book that really helped me a lot as far as understanding my thinking and trying to do some different things, some different exercises just to change the way that I think. Okay, that was a lot because I was telling you why I felt better today. So changing my mindset is one. Another way that I'm feeling better today, I noticed like I really have to stay on my regimen of what like prescription meds I take. So I have high blood pressure and I have low iron. So I take an iron pill, I take a blood pressure pill, I take a vitamin. Yeah. So so those are the things that I take. So if I'm not taking my meds, they really do kind of like take me out of sorts a little bit. And sometimes I don't even notice, like I might run out of things. Oh, and I take potassium. I knew it was something else I took. And I take potassium. So that's another thing. If you're on some type of regimen, staying on it. If you're, I was feeling a lot better when I was doing the keto. I've kind of fell off the wagon today going to the brunch. I didn't do well at all. And then I ate some of my daughter's birthday cake today. So I'm that was it for the sweets. Okay. That was it for me and the sweets today. I can even feel the little sugar glaze over as I'm speaking to you right now. But that was it. And I did a lot of carbs and stuff today. So just maintaining the way that I want to eat, is a good thing for me. Making sure, I take my medications that I'm supposed to take and just trying to change my thinking. And then I also do see a therapist. I started seeing a therapist recently. The first couple of sessions went kind of well, but I don't know. And I've seen a therapist, at different times in my life. Like this isn't my my first therapist. So I've seen multiple therapists throughout the years, but I don't know that this is going so well. So since I was talking about medications and everything, let me just talk about this fairly quickly, and then we'll get to Mama, Is That You? So, I think my sister's pretty open about mental illness and talking about it, and then I'm pretty open about it. So just in terms of us and our family, let's just say, and I'm not sure, I'm not counting everybody, but let's just say, and I'll include my dad, let's just say there's 10 of us. Well, like 5 of us are on medication for mental health and 5 of us aren't. So we'll just put that ballpark out there. Now, my father wasn't for a very long time, and he probably had more of the mindset of myself and some of the other people who aren't on medication. So we just have like a paranoia about taking medication. So it's not that I don't think like taking medication wouldn't help me. It might, but I also don't really trust doctors like that. So I don't be really believing them all like that. And at one time in my life, I did attempt to take some meds. And I mean, I really literally was going cuckoo for Cocoa Pops. Like it was like a drastic thing. My mind was tripping. And then, somebody said, oh, well, that's what happens when you first start taking meds, and then, your body has to get used to it and that type of thing. But I'm thinking, well, if that's the case, why, when the psychiatrist prescribed me these meds, why wouldn't they just tell me that? Or why wouldn't they say that? And I think sometimes, or the doctor, I don't even know if it was a medical doctor or if it was a psychiatrist who prescribed it. But the point is, why wouldn't they say that? Why wouldn't they say, okay, when you first start taking this, you might see witches, you know what I'm saying, or something, or you might, just something like explain that to me first. So, that kind of threw me off. And then I know that oftentimes doctors are really like, it's like they're excited. Like that's the first thing. Like you sit down and you're like, well, I haven't been feeling well. They're like, well, here you can take this, and I got these. Like they're just so ready to prescribe you something and give you something. So that kind of throws me off about it as well. So I personally am not one of the 5 who are on meds. Now I can say this. One person, they're like, man, my life has changed 100% for the better. I couldn't imagine going a day without my meds. I have a friend like that as well. Like she could not imagine going one day without, having her prescription meds. And you can really see, I can see, like, as a person from the outside, I can see the changes in their lives and how it's benefited them, and how well they're doing and everything like that. And then I say there's another person who's on meds where literally the court has said, you better take these dang on meds, like like it's mandated. You don't have no options. Anytime you're not on them, we gotta, it has to be a whole to do. People gotta come pick you up. It has to be a thing. So you want to take these meds, okay? And then my dad, as he's gotten older, so again, he's been like me and some of the other people who are like, nah, I ain't messing with them doctors. But as he's gotten older, and his bouts with mental health have really gotten the best of him at times, he's now been at that point, even to the point of having shock treatments and things like that. So I'm just saying that it definitely runs in the family. I know that I can tell the difference when I'm not even when I'm not taking my vitamins. And I'm not here to give answers, because if I was, I would say, oh, you should definitely, if you're feeling this, you should take meds, or if you think that, you shouldn't, no, I'm not, I don't have any answers. I don't even know 100%, like for myself, if I'm making the right decisions. But I do know that, like as far as my family is concerned, a lot of us kind of think the same way. It's kind of like, like 5 of us are here, 5 of us are here, so we just kind of, roll like that. So what is going on? Hi, Dexter. Hello, Martha. Hi, James. Philip, what's up, fam? Hi, Curtis. What's up, Kevin? Hello, Jeff. Thank you all so much for joining me and hanging out. I did post something about a death that occurred, the young man who was recruited for college. I'm not going to talk about that right now. It really makes me angry, and it just the whole that as African Americans, we literally have such a slave mentality that a little trinket, like a little, we give this little something, we literally, jump at the opportunity, jump out of our skin for the opportunity, and really just stand back and clap. I guess I will talk about it for a second. So just me in college football. So I 100% I understand why, because money and opportunity make you do a lot of things. Okay. So they make you compromise. You might compromise your values, compromise, what it is that you believe, and sometimes compromise what it is, what is the best for you. But I feel like as the African American community, for so many of us to still believe, to still think that in any way, shape, or form, that college football, us running up and down the field, is a benefit to us. I could see if it was like 50% of us and the other 50% was like, man, this is some bullshit. But no, it's like 75, 80% talking like, well, he gets that college scholarship. It so upsets me that we're so used to our bodies being abused, being workhorses, being entertainment for white people, for them to be rich, wealthy, for them to have generational wealth, that we don't even give a fuck. We literally send our kids out here, have them bang up their bodies, bang up their brains, because there's an opportunity for them to go to the NFL, because there's an opportunity for them to get a scholarship. Do you know how much wealth they gain off the back of our youth? Do you think they're thinking about a scholarship? Do you know that they are creating generational wealth off of us? So anyone who's living before them, and generations and generations and generations of people after them, are living off that wealth. And we're talking about one motherfucker getting a damn college scholarship that they might take away from him. And then his family is literally destitute, literally poor as hell, destitute. And if he takes any money to help them, if anyone gives him any money to help them, then he is literally criminalized. He's asterisk. He didn't do the right thing. It's college football, and these are the rules. It's the NCAA. Man, y'all niggas make me so fucking mad. I'm sorry. I just don't even talk about stuff like that. I don't even talk about it. I understand about opportunity. I understand about money. I understand about compromise and doing things that we wouldn't necessarily do. Our ancestors did. That's all that they knew, so that we would have an opportunity to be here today. But if you can't even sit back and realize and recognize what it is that you're doing, what it is that you're signing up for, why it is that they sit back and laugh at us. Like, damn. Like, at least know what it is. I'm not saying I've never done something, that I shouldn't have been doing to try to get some money. I'm not even saying that. But I realized and recognized what I was walking into, and I knew eating shit was eating shit. And I didn't try to gang it up like, hey, look at our boy. No, hell no. So I really think it's very unfortunate what happened to this family. Man, listen, if we don't know anything about anything else, Black folks should realize and recognize what it means to be in poverty, and what it is to be poor, and what it means to live through that. But I think now we live in a society where even being poor is like a criminal thing. It's like a demonized thing. Like the music and everything on social media. Like, if you don't got money, if you don't wear designer clothes, if you don't live a certain kind of way, if you don't have a certain, and these are adults too, like regular folk. It's not just social media. It's not just, like reality stars and, different things like that in the music. It's just regular people too. Look at you some certain type of way. So even being poor is like a negative thing. We live in a system where it's meant to keep us down. It's meant to keep our people down. But we also live in a society where, being poor the Bible says the poor will always be among us, like no matter what. There's no bootstrap. There's no digging your way out. The poor will always be among us, but we have demonized it so much. That's one part of it. And then the second part of it, just to be in a situation where, you have this opportunity that everybody is telling you, or even is shown to you as a lavish lifestyle in comparison to what your family is living, to where your family is. And to have to be in that position to really go out and sing and dance, because that's what the fuck it is. Sing and dance, tap, play that damn banjo. So, you can travel and you can go to school and you can live around these people that don't like you any damn way and only give you an opportunity to be around them because of what it is that you can do with a damn banjo, what it is you can do in some damn tap shoes. You get that opportunity and literally are watching your family be in a position where they're struggling to survive. So it hurts me to my heart that he didn't understand, what old folks understand, that this too shall pass, that, it'll be all over in the morning, that we will understand better by and by, that he didn't understand that this was a moment in time and that his mother would do anything to have him, whether he decided to go off to college or not go off to college, whether he made the NFL or didn't make the NFL, his family just needing him. And that's what I talked about yesterday, is just staying no matter what it is you're going through, no matter what it is you're thinking, just stay. But but we're just so brainwashed into believing that being a part of something that literally could care less about you, care less about your mama, care less about your siblings, would sit back and watch them be homeless and hungry and say, well, the NCAA rules and regulations, while they are literally sitting fat generation off of generation after generation off of children's backs. Okay. Woo. Okay, what's up? Turnage, Elder Brian, Latham, John. Hello, Jeff. I think I said hello to you, Jeff. I don't even know what I was saying. Anyway, so the story today is Momma, Is That You? And I'm just going to read it. Aretha rang the doorbell. She thought her family would be on the porch to greet her. The door swung wide, and all she saw was an empty hallway. Someone had to be behind the door, but Aretha felt a little creepy, or maybe it was dejected. Didn't anyone care she had arrived safely after years of being away? She grabbed her bags, barely getting them through the door before they collapsed. Aretha walked in and looked behind the door. There was a tall, dark man with stark eyes. Aretha's heartbeat quickened. More young men were drinking beer, smoking weed, and playing video games in the living room to the left of the foyer. Aretha saw a gun in plain sight on a coffee table. I'm sorry, I must have the wrong. No, Ani, you got it. It's me, Kev. Kevin? Lil Kevin. Oh my Lord! Aretha spoke with concern and relief simultaneously. She smiled broadly and they embraced. Who are those people? Aretha gestured to the smoke-filled room. Oh, nobody, just my peeps. Aretha panicked. Where's your grandma? She imagined her up in the attic, seated in a rocking chair, clasping a cross against her chest with a gunshot wound to the head. Before he could respond, Aretha grabbed Kevin's arm for support from collapsing. And your mama, Kevin, where is she? Again, Aretha fathomed the worst. He wouldn't kill his own mama, would he? Maybe she was tied up down in the cellar, praying for deliverance. Stay in there, Ani. It was Kevin's turn to gesture, and he did so with a long, brisk movement that jerked Aretha's arm away and sent her in the direction of the long, dark hallway. The hallway opened into the kitchen on the right. Nothing. And on the left was the dining room. Still nothing. She kept walking toward her least favorite room that was added in the 70s, hanging on by 2 nails and duct tape. Aretha missed the step, her back foot got caught, and she tumbled, landing flat on the floor. Oh, Lord, poor child. Aretha heard her mama's voice. Her Uncle Sherman lifted her up. Surprise! The room was filled with family and friends. There was takeout, chicken and ribs, liquor, beer and wine, and more smoke from weed and cigarettes. The music was turned up and the bass dropped with rhyming expletives. A banner read, "Welcome home, Riri." Her mama hated that name. Nancy rushed to her sister's side and yelled loudly over the music, "I'm sorry, Riri. I told Mama this was too much for someone just getting out of prison." Aretha nodded her head, still in shock. She rinsed her neck back to the kitchen. No home cooking, no crosses above the window. Even the picture of white Jesus was gone. Aretha had read about cloning. She took 2 shots of rum and shimmied into the center of the party. Riri got real cool with Kevin and his peeps, but she never once ventured up to the attic or down to the cellar. All right. So that was, let me tab down this a little bit. That was Mama, Is That You? Hello. Hello, Anne. Hello, Walt. Hello, John. So that was Mama, Is That You? And that's just a story about, how people change and things change, including like the elders in our lives where, we realize and recognize that, we were raised a certain way. But sometimes, as generations go by, things get a little more lax and people get a little more laid back, and things that you wouldn't let your kids get away with, your grandchildren are doing, and that type of thing. So it was just a much different scene from what Aretha had remembered prior to her leaving and going away. And then just, getting back and trying to get, reacquainted with the society and with the changes in her family. And no judgment there, whether things were good or bad. I personally am not a gun person, but, I guess if you own it lawfully, it is what it is. And, then, things change. So there's definitely no judgment there, just that things are definitely different, again, from what she remembered and the way our minds think. Like, we literally will click to the worst. Sometimes that's what happens when she thought in the beginning, wow, nobody's checking for me, nobody's opening the door, nobody's getting my bag, there's no hugs, there's no hello, nobody really cares that I'm here. So that's what her mind is going towards. And then her mind is quickly going towards, oh my goodness, something must have happened, there must have been some death, like somebody must be tied up. So just though, your mind will sometimes go straight to the negative. And oftentimes that's what our thinking does. It doesn't go to the most positive scenario in a situation. It might quickly turn to the negative scenario in the situation. But hopefully after some time and goes by, we will realize, hey, this is really my mom and my sister and my people and my family, and there's no actual cloning going on, or maybe there is some cloning going on, who knows. But that is Mama Is You. And I know I had a huge rant, and that's why I said I wasn't going to talk about things. That's one of the things I've talked to my therapist about. Is just I don't do certain things. I don't go certain places. I don't talk about certain things just because they make me angry. So I could definitely have a platform, and I have a friend, and we talk about this too. But our platforms are more so, about, hers is more so about children and the community, and mine is more so about books and writing and everything like that. But sometimes I wish that I had started out just really going in a pro-Black, more militant direction, with my whole space, with all my writing, with everything. Because, I really get it honest. My dad was an activist in the civil rights movement, so much so to the point they literally told him he had to leave Columbus, Ohio. He could not stay here. He was just doing way too much. So he had to move from the city. So my father has always been very pro-Black. Me and my sister, we definitely get it honest. But that's just why I just don't. I'm just like, look, I'm gonna let y'all have y'all's OH and whatever. And I don't even go there because it just upsets me. It just really makes me angry that more of us aren't more forward thinking. And, and that's me placing judgment. There I am placing judgment, definitely. But, that's not what my platform is about. Sometimes I write about things that are more, pro-Black, and I definitely write with the diaspora in mind. I'm always trying to collaborate and work with the diaspora in all of my art, and then representing, my children's book and my work. It's all about, us. It's all about Black people. There's some stories that I've written, hopefully, that honor our ancestors. That's so, so important to me as well. But I appreciate you guys hanging in here with me through the rant. Hey, cousin, what's up? How are you doing, Elizabeth? Hi, Michael. And I think I'm out of here. I think I made it through day 5, y'all. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens on day 6. Woo, child. Lord have mercy. All right, so bless up, Black up. Peace.